Ocean City, New Jersey is one of the most popular towns anywhere at the Jersey Shore and ranks nationally nearly every year as one of America's best beach towns. For a lot of people, it's exactly what they're looking for. But there are also a few things about owning and living here that buyers don't fully realize until after they are here for a couple of seasons. In this video, I'm going to break down what Ocean City is really like year-round, the different sections and personalities throughout the island. Who tends to love it here long-term, some of the trade-offs that come with it, and who honestly might be happier in a different shore town altogether. I'm Mike Sudley with Lexi Roadie Group at Keller Williams Jersey Shore. My team and I help people just like you sell, buy, and invest across the Jersey Shore, and most importantly, make sure you choose the right fit the first time around. Because every Jersey Shore town has a complete different personality, and Ocean City probably has one of the strongest identities of any shore town in New Jersey. Now, geographically, Ocean City sits in Cape May County, about halfway between Atlantic City to the north and Cape May City to the south. It's a barrier island town with beaches on one side, bayfront areas on the other, and a really unique mix of full-time residents, second homeowners, vacationers, and investment properties. And one thing a lot of people don't realize is just how large Ocean City actually is compared to some other shore towns here in New Jersey. The island is roughly 8 miles long, and the different sections of town can feel dramatically different from each other depending on where you are. One of the biggest things we see with buyers coming into Ocean City is that this usually isn't just a real estate decision. A lot of the time, there's already an emotional connection here before they even start looking at homes. We work with so many different people that say things like, my grandparents brought me here when I was growing up, or we've been vacationing in the south end of Ocean City for 20 years, and now they're bringing their own kids here, some of their grandkids here. Ocean City has that effect on people, and it becomes a part of family tradition. And honestly, that matters more than people think. A lot of buyers aren't choosing Ocean City because somebody told them it was the hottest market or the trendiest shore town. They're choosing it because it already feels familiar. They already know the boardwalk. They already know where they get coffee in the morning. They already know where they park for the beach. They have a routine that's already set. They already know which neighborhood feels right to them. There's a comfort level in Ocean City that's hard to explain unless you've spent a lot of time here. And from a pure market standpoint, Ocean City has historically remained one of the strongest and most stable shore markets in South Jersey. A huge reason for that is the buyer pool here tends to be very emotionally connected to the town already. A lot of second homeowner demand here is generational. You'll see parents buy here after vacationing with their kids. Their kids eventually want to buy here too. That long-term emotional attachment creates a very strong demand, even when the broader market shifts a little. Now, one of the biggest reasons for that is that family atmosphere. This is probably the clearest family first count anywhere here at the Jersey Shore, and for a lot of buyers, that's exactly why they want to be here. Ocean City has a very structured, community-oriented feel to it. Obviously, it's a dry town, which changes the atmosphere compared to a lot of the other shore towns. Nights tend to feel a little bit calmer. The boardwalk is heavily family-focused. There are constantly kids biking around, families walking downtown, sports going on, school events, community events. It just has a very strong family identity overall. And one thing we hear constantly from buyers is that Ocean City feels safe. Whether that's parents with young kids, grandparents buying a family property, a second homeowners looking for a predictable environment, people like the overall feel of the town. Now, with that said, some people absolutely love that atmosphere. Some people eventually realize they want something a little different. Maybe more light, maybe more restaurants open, maybe more luxury dining and social activities, because Ocean City is a dry town. Yes, that means they do not serve alcohol anywhere on the island. And that's why I always tell buyers that every shore town has trade-offs. There's no universally perfect town. There's just the right fit for your personality. Now, one thing people absolutely underestimate sometimes is just how busy Ocean City gets during the peak summer. And I mean really busy. In the middle of July, Ocean City can honestly feel less like a beach town and more like a small city at times. The summer population absolutely explodes upwards to 150,000 people. Traffic gets heavy, getting on and off the island. Restaurants get packed, parking becomes competitive in certain neighborhoods. The boardwalk gets crowded, holiday weekends can feel especially intense, and honestly, depending on your personality, that's either part of the charm or it becomes exhausting after a while. Some people absolutely love the energy. They love seeing the island packed. They love the activity, the movement, the kids everywhere, the busy boardwalk at night. And then other buyers get through their first summer owning here and realize, okay, this is significantly busier than I expected, and is where understanding the different neighborhoods becomes really important, because not all parts of Ocean City feel the same day to day. This is something we walk buyers through all the time, because two homes at the exact same price point can create a completely different ownership experience. Now, depending on where they sit on the island. For example, the garden section has a much quieter, more residential feel overall, a lot of large single family homes, less commercial activity, wider streets, and different pace compared to the downtown boardwalk area. Then you have the Gold Coast, which is one of the more prestigious oceanfront sections of town, strong beach access, high demand, and some of the most desirable homes on the island. The South End tends to feel quieter and more relaxed overall compared to the center of town. Some buyers specifically want that because it feels less chaotic in the summer. And honestly, one of the biggest mistakes buyers make is focusing almost entirely on the property itself without understanding the personality of the block and the neighborhood. Because in Ocean City, the block can completely change the ownership experience. Parking can change the experience, rental density can change the experience, proximity to the boardwalk, flood exposure can change the experience. Whether the surrounding homes are mostly full-time residents or short-term rentals can completely change the experience. All of that matters way more than most people initially realize. Now, another thing people don't fully think through sometimes is the off-season reality, because what feels amazing in July can feel very different in February. Once summer ends, Ocean City gets significantly quieter, and this commonly is known as the start of locals' summer. Some businesses close for the season, the beaches empty out, the pace slows down dramatically, and the island starts feeling much more local. Many people absolutely love Ocean City in the off-season, even more than the summer. I'm actually one of them. Parking becomes easy. The beaches feel peaceful. You can walk downtown without crowds everywhere, and there's less noise, less traffic, less chaos overall. But if somebody buys here expecting businesses to be open year-round, they can sometimes be surprised by how seasonal certain parts of town feel once winter hits, especially in the South End, that can feel desolate at times. I always joke there's tumbleweeds going down the street in winter. So, especially second home buyers that mostly experience Ocean City during peak summer before buying. And this is why I always tell people that you really need to understand how a shore town functions year-round before making a major purchase here, unless you don't plan on to use it in the winter. Another thing that plays a major role in Ocean City's identity is the school system and the overall year-round family infrastructure here. Even though Ocean City is obviously known as a vacation destination, there is still a very strong full-time residential community on the island, and you feel that throughout the town. For families, schools are actually a major reason many buyers specifically target Ocean City over other nearby towns. Ocean City's school system is very well regarded locally, especially for families looking for that strong community-oriented environment. And because the town has such a heavy family identity overall, school activities, youth sports, community involvement become a really noticeable part of everyday life here. Ocean City High School also pulls students from surrounding towns like Upper Township, Longport, and Sea Isle City through sending relationships and school choice dynamics, which creates a much larger regional school presence than people sometimes realize. For a lot of buyers with younger kids, or even buyers planning long-term, that strong year-round family structure becomes a huge part of why Ocean City feels so stable compared to some of the other shore towns that lean more heavily seasonal. Now, generally speaking, the buyers that tend to be happiest long-term in Ocean City usually value a few specific things. They like family-oriented environments. A lot of them are multi-generational buyers. A lot of them already have emotional ties to the island, and many genuinely enjoy the calmer, more predictable atmosphere compared to some of the other nearby shore towns. Ocean City is also one of the strongest rental markets at the Jersey Shore for family-oriented vacation rentals. So, for buyers thinking about offsetting cost with seasonal rentals, that's another reason demand here tends to stay very strong long-term. But honestly, Ocean City probably isn't the perfect fit for everybody. If you want heavy nightlife, if you want more adult-oriented activity, if you want quieter summers with less tourism, or if you prefer a completely different social atmosphere, there are other shore towns that may fit you better, and that's completely okay. Some buyers naturally lean more toward Margate because it has more of an adult social scene and a restaurant scene. Some lean towards Avalon and Stone Harbor because of the luxury atmosphere. Some lean towards Brigantine because it feels more separated from the busier shore flow, while others are attracted to the quick atmosphere that the Wildwoods offer. Every shore town has its own pace, personality, and culture, and honestly, the mistake buyers make sometimes is assuming every shore town basically feels the same, because they really don't. And I'm curious, if you had to pick one Jersey Shore town to own it, what would it be? Ocean City, Margate, Stone Harbor, maybe Cape Bay, somewhere else? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear where you would want to be. And whether you already know the town you love or you're still trying to narrow things down, my team and I are here to help you navigate these decisions every single day so they can make the right move with clarity and confidence. You can call me, text me, just reach out through the information below. We're always happy to help.